long before the white roads were carved into the earth, before metal roofs replaced thatch. There was a village called Umadara. Deep within the forest of ancient spirits, the people of Umadara feared one thing above all twins. They believed twins were not ordinary children, but a sign that the spirit world had opened its gates too wide. One child belongs to the living, the elders would say, but the other belongs to the unseen. And so, a cruel tradition was born. One night, under a restless sky, a young woman named Ada gave birth. The wind howled as thunder cracked across the heavens. When the midwife lifted the cloth, her hands began to tremble. "Two," she whispered. Ada's heart froze. No, it cannot be. But it was. Two baby boys lay side by side, crying into the world they did not understand. Before dawn, the elders were summoned. The oldest among them, Chief Okik, arrived with a face carved from stone. "It is an abomination," he declared. "The gods are angry." Ada fell to her knees, clutching her children. "They are mine, my blood. Please, they have done no wrong." But tradition was louder than a mother's cry. At the edge of the village stood the evil forest, a place where no one dared go. It was said that spirits lived there, feeding on what humans abandoned. That night, under silence and fear, the twins were taken. The villagers did not look back. Days passed. Ada stopped speaking. Her eyes became empty, her spirit broken. But something strange began to happen. The crops started to fail. Streams that once flowed freely turned dry. Children fell sick without reason. And at night, faint cries echoed from the forest. Not one voice, but two. The villagers grew afraid. The same elders who had demanded the sacrifice now whispered among themselves. One brave hunter, Chaik, decided to follow the sound. Deep in the forest, where shadows clung to the trees, he found something that shook him to his core. The twins were alive. But they were not alone. An old woman, bent like a dying tree, stood over them. Her eyes glowed with something ancient. "You threw them away," she said calmly. "But the forest does not reject what you fear." Chaik fell to his knees. "Please, forgive us." The woman smiled faintly. "Your fear has cursed your land. Until you accept what you once called evil, your suffering will remain." When Chaik returned, he told the village everything. But pride is a stubborn thing. Some refused to believe. Others were too afraid to change. And so, the suffering continued. Until one day, Ada walked into the forest herself and never returned. From that day forward, the cries stopped. But the story remained. A reminder whispered through generations that sometimes what people fear most is not evil, but simply what they do not understand.